Old accusations in the new form tonight. Wall Street Journal reporting on what it says was President Trump's direct involvement in hush money payoffs to women alleging sexual involvement, payments that could be illegal. Correspondent Kevin Cork has details tonight from the White House. Good evening, Kevin.
Evening, Brett. The president violated campaign finance laws. That, according to the Wall Street Journal. In fact, they say they have evidence to prove it. A very interesting story, a bit of a blockbuster coming out this evening. Let me share just a bit of what the Wall Street Journal is saying this evening. In that report, it is a lengthy report. It says, among other things, that it is essentially refuting the president, his legal team, and advisors who have all denied that the president had any involvement in hush money payoffs to former adult film performer Stormy Daniels and another woman during the 2016 campaign. Through its investigation, the Journal speculates, Brett, that this now raises the possibility that the president violated federal campaign finance laws because it claims Mr. Trump was involved in or briefed on nearly every step of the hush money arrangements and the agreements there, alleging that he engaged in or directed the deals by telephone and or in meetings with his self-described fixer, Michael Cohen. Now, much of this actually comes by way of evidence gathered by the Southern District of New York, the U.S. Attorney's Office there in Manhattan, using recordings made by Mr. Cohen. And you may recall that they actually extracted a guilty plea from Mr. Cohen, the president's former fixer, back in August. They convicted him of campaign finance law violations, alleging coordination of those payments through conversations or meetings with one or more members of the Trump campaign team. That one person, according to the report, or at least it suggested that that person was, in fact, the president himself. Now, aside from the president's denials, we do know the White House has offered a series of denials about his involvement in this circumstance. You may recall earlier in the year, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said none of these allegations are true. That, of course, is back in March. Then in May, we also heard Rudy Giuliani describe Cohen's payments to Daniels as, quote, well, the president paid him back. No campaign finance violations, no crime of any kind. Michael, that's Cohen, had discretion to solve these, as in these problems. Now, Brett, you also know this. For some time now, we have heard that Jay Sekulow would field questions about this circumstance. We have not heard back from him on this latest report in the Wall Street Journal. But, of course, should we hear from him, I'll be sure to pass it along. But for now, back to you.
Kevin Cork live on the North Lawn. Kevin, thanks.